Well, you realise what a rough deal kids have today. You know, they have such a crap time. You know, they're basically, you know, kind of taught that they have to achieve, they have to get on, they have to sort of be at a certain kind of level by the time they're at a certain age and all that sort of thing. And I think we just had that kind of freedom, you know, that we could. We didn't always use it in the best way, but we had the kind of freedom that we could express ourselves. You know, we had the opportunity to do that, and it was just. I think that. I mean, I think it does kind of. It does influence your politics, because I think in the 80s, when you saw that whole thing that had been built up kind of being taken away by Thatcher, who kind of basically stopped all the grants for students, sold all the high amenity council houses, so you had the first ghettos that were being started to be formed in Britain on the old council schemes. Basically, it had introduced mass unemployment, and at the same time, kind of heroin was imported into Britain in a massive scale, and other drugs. So you saw everything just falling apart around the seams of it. And I think that things like the miners' strike and particular sort of like the print workers' strike, the miners' strike, these were kind of pivotal things. And basically, what happened was that the ruling classes actually just won the class war in Britain. That's what really happened. You know, and you actually saw it. You know, I could see it happen before my eyes at Orgreave and during the miners' strike. You just thought this was basically a kind of a way of life that the working classes in Britain had fought for over the years, and it just wasn't seen as sustainable by the powers that be in the kind of an economy and society that was gearing up for globalisation. So it was basically smashed by fairly violent means, with a state that was kind of tooled up to a degree that had never been before. And you know, that's continued now. The state in Britain is such a powerful kind of mechanism. And the unions were smashed, and you know, Britain became basically the Labour Party, which was kind of had a radical socialist element, was completely circumvented, and it's become very much the same as the Conservative Party, just a Mark II sort of party of business. So you saw all that happening. So I think that does influence your politics, and that's kind of very influenced my politics as well. But the weird thing was that so many people from my social background and class and all, you actually thought that I thought I'd be one of the people that would kind of go to the wall when all this happened, all this kind of Thatcherite stuff, that because I was vehemently opposed to it, and still am. But I was that, you know, the embarrassing paradox for me, that I was the sort of person who thrived in that kind of thing, you know, and it was strange, because I found that I got on all right, and I kind of made a lot of money. I made a fair bit of money in property development, and I kind of, you know, I got a few promotions at work, and I kind of got into kind of well-paid managerial jobs. So it was strange that I actually kind of swam rather than sank, and I didn't think I would. I didn't think I had that kind of view of it, but you know, I thought my kind of world view would hold me back, but actually enhanced. I think coming from that socialist background, I think gave you a kind of having that kind of world view. I think was quite a strong thing to have going into the 80s. It kind of equipped you for success rather than failure, funnily enough, because most of the people that were kind of the hardcore punks tended to be the ones that did quite well, I think, in the 80s.